there's a chance that the Rockets are going to go after Jaylen Brown. That would make our team a little bit better.
That would be. Let me tell you right now, that would be massive.
Do you know who Jaylen Brown is?
Not a clue. Not a freaking clue.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Rabbit Trails Podcast, where this is the fastest start we've ever had. I got here exactly 30 seconds ago, and we are now recording. Welcome into the podcast studio. I'm here with
Christopher, and are we going to say our names?
I'm waiting on him.
Jordan, the ginger god himself.
Oh, hey everyone.
That's a cue when I'm here.
I was producing. I wasn't expecting.
He says there's only one more left. It's kind of like...
Okay. Yeah, my name's Jordan. Hey, how's it going, guys?
Lobbed it up, bricked it off the backboard, but that's okay. We will get started here. How was your Easter, boys? We just came through. I know when you listen to this at home, it's going to be probably a couple of weeks post-Easter, but that's fine. We just came through Easter. How was your Easter, boys?
Mine was great. Jordan, you can start that.
I'm supposed to be producing here. You podcast.
Jordan, how was your Easter?
No, it was really
creating
good.
Content. Okay.
It was really, really good.
Did you find some eggs?
I did not find any eggs.
Dagnabbit.
I did not.
Define eggs.
They're expensive this year.
Are they?
Yes. You're a farmer. You should know that.
Yeah, they are very expensive. Although I did hear on a podcast I was listening to, I did hear someone that did a Easter egg hunt, and they do golden egg.
Okay.
And it's like
like
actually very valuable. This year was like $500. Yeah, regular egg. Yeah, it's just a real egg.
Not plastic.
This year was like $500 for the person who found it.
So $500 inside the egg?
Yeah, they said this guy's like, it was like a valued at $500. I don't know what it was.
Where does this take place?
What if it was
I know, right? He never said, but it's a family that does it. It's like the grandparents that do it. Very wealthy. But he said the kids like actually fight. He said like whoever finds it, he said it's not over when you just find it and it's in your basket. I mean, it's a free for all.
Must be.
Okay. See, I could get behind that kind of Easter egg.
See, that would be.
Come on now.
I wonder. It must be cage-free, organic, brown.
It's all of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Why
those are
brown?
expensive.
You have something against white?
I actually prefer white eggs, but
Do you prefer white eggs?
I actually can't. I'm not a fan of white eggs.
Couldn't
tell you what the difference is.
They taste the exact same.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you what the difference is. I just don't like looking at
If
them.
I cook you an egg,
dude, I'm serious.
If I cook you two eggs, one of them is brown, one of them is white, you will not be able to tell unless you just get lucky and guess.
I could guess the brown egg for sure.
I'm pretty sure I can guess the white egg.
Yeah. What if I made them both brown?
I couldn't guess the white egg, but I could guess the brown egg.
Okay.
I actually. Sorry, go ahead. You were talking.
I was just gonna ask you, how do you guys feel like Easter egg hunts are a thing, or they should be
I was
abolished?
just gonna say something about
how
that.
do you feel about them?
I would be 3,000% for it if it was a free for all and there was a lot of money on the line. like that. That is right.
No
up my
guns,
alley.
but like clubs and baseball bats.
Clubs, yeah. You could probably slingshots, maybe something along those lines.
Airsoft guns.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess once you get past a certain age, it's kind of you're past that and you're ready to move on into other things.
I've never done an Easter egg hunt, by the way.
But I did see
either.
Yeah,
I did see a TikTok recently that had an older gentleman. I would assume he was a grandpa or something. He was to his nephews.
Okay,
is what it appeared. He put beers out in all the shrubs, and he said eggs are too expensive. Beers it is this year. So
not Bud Light though.
Yeah, I was gonna say
was it Bud Light?
No, it was not Bud Light. just good old Corona. So he sent them out. He sent them out, and these guys were frantically looking, and they found tons of them.
Oh man,
throughout his shrubbery, and it's like, wow, that's pretty cool.
That's a
his bushes are just rattled, just absolutely shook into
pieces. That's an odd way to celebrate Easter. That's really weird.
I could get behind that kind of a hunt, but no, otherwise. Once you get past a certain age,
I've done like treasure hunts where like they've hid candy baskets around.
Scavenger hunts, bro.
No, it was really weird. The closest thing I've done scavenger hunts. That's different. But this one was it was a pretty sizable property, and there was like they told you there was like 10 or 12 baskets, and they told everybody when you find the basket, you take one piece of candy out of it. Like who does that? I definitely
okay.
I was like walked up. I was old enough. I did math. I was like, "There's 20 kids. There's like 60 pieces of candy. Pfft, 2 of those."
So it's just
so like
what
that.
you want.
I don't know if that's like Easter egg. Like it's similar, but Heaven forbid if we actually do Easter egg hunts. I mean, but we can do candy hunts
Aside
or scavenger hunts. That's fine.
talking about
exactly. I know what you're saying.
the candy consumption level, I would assume that
I'm a fan of it.
Well, I'm not big into candy, but I'm assuming that Halloween and then it would be Easter.
Probably.
As far as the purchasing side of it. Like, am I wrong or am I missing a holiday? I thought about that yesterday. I was like, is there a holiday
Did you hear
next to Easter? And I'm like, well, yeah, obviously Halloween, but anything.
But did you hear that Easter is now the third biggest holiday?
Really?
As opposed to it like not used to be? Like I
behind Christmas, Thanksgiving, and I think Easter, because now people are starting to do like Easter gifts. Like people are starting to get together and give gifts. Like it's like a second Christmas.
Wow.
Which I think is just like
More
where was this at?
commercialization.
Exactly. Where was this at when I was a kid?
Right.
Come on.
Completely scammed. Now we have to give our kids gifts.
I demand 25 years of back payment for Easter's. 25 gifts.
Yikes. I'm not a fan of that because that means you have to give a gift then. Like, if it means not receiving, I won't give, if you know what I'm saying. Like,
Listen,
I'm just not a
I'll
good
give
gift
out
giver.
candy.
Well, I mean,
Candy's
that's
fine.
so easy, though. Like, what are you giving gifts to? Toddlers? Like, 24/7?
Are there any major holidays that either of you would like to see removed?
Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween. It's just dead.
Okay.
I just don't like Halloween.
Second one.
This is a good question.
That is a
actually.
good question. Something.
I'm not a big 4th of July guy.
Not a big.
No. I'm about to come across
you
this table.
kidding?
No,
me?
4th of July is arguably my favorite holiday.
I think it's honestly my favorite.
Oh,
and it's also
all right.
because it's in the middle of summer. We eat good barbecue and just chill
there's
all
this
day long.
weird one in Canada. Are we allowed to reach out to Canada? Like, take away Canadian?
You're going to move
Send
yourself
it.
to Canada.
It's like a Boxing
National
Day.
Moose? National
It's
Moose
like,
Day?
We have Black Friday. They have like a Boxing Day.
Yeah, but is Black Friday a national holiday for us, like, technically? What are we defining as, like, a holiday? Because
I'm pretty sure like Thanksgiving and Black Friday, like
If-
they're national holidays.
if Valentine's Day counts as a holiday, I'm going to say Valentine's Day.
Is that just because you don't like
mean,
Black
I'm
No,
Friday?
not-
I'm just like, why do husbands or boyfriends use, like, that as an excuse to be
Also,
special?
real
Like,
quick, why
you can
is
be like, special and spontaneous other times throughout the year?
Yeah.
Like, that's so dead. I could get going on
Oh,
that.
I could go
Bro,
like
I walk
crazy.
into a store on Valentine's Day and I see all these bunch of men who look depressed with flowers in their hands. And it's just
They looked like they just got off a shift at an oil
they're
well.
all in
They're
their
just,
work clothes.
just beat.
Depressed.
and guess what? I'm there with them. I'm freaking there with
You
them.
just walk up to fist power. I feel you.
Bro, I wanted to do that to some of the guys. I'm like, I'm right here
feel
with
you,
you,
dude.
boss. Hey.
Like I love my wife. Like I love her more than anyone in the world, anything in the world at this point. I'm gonna have. Hey, don't judge me. I'm gonna have kids. Okay.
Good save.
I feel like that's a.
Good
I feel
save.
like
It's gonna
that's
be an equal love then.
Exactly.
Good save.
Yeah, okay.
And but like there is Mother's Day. There is National Women's Day.
Which Mother's Day is-
There is Valentine's
Yeah.
Day. There is help me out. There's more of them.
What?
There's a whole bunch of them.
What?
And these women, my wife, like you buy them flowers or chocolates or a gift, every single one. Father's Day is like, what do you want for supper? Like, where's my present? Like, why do we just like gloss over that? And like Valentine's Day, by the way, is a two-way street, but somehow women have just
Dominated.
dominated, and that's their holiday.
More of like a roundabout that never comes.
it's
like,
for
doesn't
it's
have
a
an
holiday for lovers. And last I checked, it takes two people to love.
Yeah, I mean,
outlet. At this point.
Allegedly.
allegedly.
I don't know. That's fast changing. in this world.
I never understood that about the holiday because it is two people who like love each
Yeah.
other, and maybe I just don't know the history of it well enough. But that's what I know. But then
I
it's
think we
just
should boycott holidays.
But if you
boycott women forward holidays.
I mean, not to sound
I-
like a sap, but there isn't a ton for guys.
Is there an International Men's Day?
Okay, but also what happens
Let me
on
look that
Father's
up.
Day? Because not
Google
much
it.
happens on Father's Day either.
Yeah,
I mean,
Father's Day. Pfft.
come on now. I mean, you're gonna be a father, Lord willing, soon.
And I promise you, I won't get flowers.
Like, here's the thing. I say this. I say and mean this in a respectful way because I don't think any guy should like that. Should be just your reasoning, like throughout the year when you go and get your wife something
Yeah.
or your girlfriend something, whatever it may be.
So there.
It's like I don't know. It's be spontaneous, be sporadic. Why are you waiting for a holiday to do stuff? Like I don't know.
Did you
It's kinda
know there's
lame.
actually an International Men's Day? It's on November 19th.
Really?
I never knew that was.
That's-
Yeah, nobody
that's-
ever broadcast
that's
that.
2 days after my birthday, and I've never heard about that in my life.
Although, what day did you say that was?
November 19th.
November 19th. That is actually, I was going to say if there was a men's national holiday, that is a week before what I would consider the state of Ohio national holiday, and that's opening day of firearms season.
Okay.
That is pretty much
also,
a men's national holiday.
It
So
comes in such a dump of a month, though. November
November?
sucks. I mean, it's when I was born,
I know.
and I hate
Taking
when my
shots.
birthday was, bro.
Taking shots at November.
Hey, I have every right because I was born in November, and every year I can't stand specifically the weather, the time of year. It's going into winter, more or less. There's just so many things I can't stand about
Yeah, I feel you.
November.
My future wife was created in that month.
Well, I was too. Don't we share birthdays, actually?
Oh, that is true. You guys share birthdays.
Hated or never mind.
Yes.
So we were deleting. I think we're all in agreement that Halloween can go by the way.
Correct. I'm good with removing Halloween. And don't come at me, but I'd be fine with getting rid of Christmas.
I actually wouldn't hate that either. Like, if it,
Okay.
I'd be fine with getting rid
You
of
know
the
what?
celebration
Christmas,
part of
it's gotten
Christmas.
monopolized, but like you know what Christmas was made for, right?
What Christmas stands for, I would gladly take the day to celebrate that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll celebrate
Talking
Jesus.
about Christ's birth, that's awesome. That's
You're talking
lit.
about how it's got blown out of proportion and people don't even realize what it's for.
Right. Like you
Okay.
asked.
It's the
and-
same with
okay,
Easter.
so
I
now it's
understand that.
what I don't like is it's no longer about Jesus. It's Xmas and all these other different things.
that
It's like
makes me cry.
over this last
Taking
Christmas
Christ out of
especially,
it.
I talked to numerous people and they're like, "Oh, did you get gifts and all these things and like gifts this, gifts that?" And I'm like, "Well,
Read your Bible.
read your Bible."
Yeah.
And I don't hear what I'm not saying. There is nothing wrong with giving gifts on Christmas. But
I love giving and receiving
I do too.
gifts.
That's a lot of fun. And
Love gifts.
that part of it is great. The side that I don't like is it's very commercialized.
Yeah.
And they're trying to shove it down your throats that
Yeah,
it is a commercialized holiday.
Totally agree.
It has nothing to
Totally
do with
agree.
Jesus anymore, which I think is sad. Hence why I'd be fine with removing it.
I mean, what are we going to change Easter
'Cause
to?
is-
Like X Easter? Easter X?
Just
Stir.
no, but like Christmas was the celebration of Jesus coming to this world, like the Son
Yeah,
of Christ,
yeah.
like the Son of God coming to this world, and Easter is a celebration of His resurrection
Of
and
life.
and like the freedom and life we are getting now in
Right.
our eternal heavenly home.
Right.
Like those two, like at the core, my favorite like
Right.
can be my favorite.
Agreed.
holidays. But the
Agreed,
way now it's just like I bet if you went into any public school anywhere, like the chances of somebody in there's gonna be the outlier, but the chances of even 5% of the kids knowing what Easter is actually about,
That is true.
like
Very little.
is
When
very little.
And I guess that's exactly my point with Christmas too, which maybe I shouldn't be wanting it to be removed. We should be raising more awareness and like trying to educate people more about what it is. But it is very true. Like you mentioned it yourself. There was more people this year than I think in my memory that asked me over this Easter, "Oh, did you give gifts or did you do anything? Did you decide to give gifts this Easter or like all these different things
Yeah.
revolved around
No.
gifts?" That's fascinating you say that. I did not really think about that in the case of Easter, but what I just said with Christmas kind of is starting to ring true with Easter.
yeah.
So now these kids get a birthday, they get Easter and Christmas to all receive gifts.
Number one attended church service of the year is Easter. That's the only good thing.
A lot of those
like
people
a lot of
never
people
come
go.
back, though.
I know. Easter. You know what the second? Now this is just from somebody I heard, but you know what the second most? one is?
Oh,
Mother's Day.
No, it is.
Oh, I got it. Let's
I love
go.
how you just lobbed that out there because you felt like Christmas was too easy.
okay.
I was
wasn't
gonna.
sure if it'd be
Christmas was the
Christmas
first thing that came
Eve.
to mind.
Yeah.
Like
but
a
I'm
Christmas
like,
Eve service.
I think Christmas
Come
is
on
pretty
now.
big too, but Mother's Day,
Big up the mothers.
Easter and Mother's Day.
hey,
Yeah.
when I hate on holidays, some of that I never really hate on what they actually stand for. I just think like the commercialization of a lot of it is what I'm against.
I guess it
That's
always,
really the
like-
biggest thing.
I guess it always like is bittersweet too for me, and this is just like I have a tainted view on holidays
Okay.
Okay,
because
Yeah.
like I have worked every single holiday of my life except for
Rip.
like every other year where I'm in Florida over Christmas. I don't work that one, so like
and New Year's you get the one too. Usually,
yeah,
right?
okay, those
And
two.
4th
I'm
of
sorry. Is
July.
New Year's a holiday? But no, I work
don't
4th of
know.
July. Like the last 3 years, I've
I
been
know.
combining wheat like hardcore on July 4th.
I knew that. I just
Ride my tractor.
Hey, it's very patriotic. But like, and so everybody's
It
like,
is.
"Oh, we get a day off work. We get the weekend off of school, whatever." I'm like, "Bro, I'm working."
I'm putting food on your table.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
When I was in
So,
school,
like,
I
for
never
me-
took off school. So.
I know. But
Yeah.
like for me, it's just like everybody's like, "I love holidays. More holidays, better. We get to take off work." I'm like,
For those reasons, I completely agree with
Yeah.
you. It's lame.
"Yeah,
But it is a nice day off work if you're like working, like
yeah,
casual working class person like myself.
It is true. And then, there's very few industries out there that do need to stay working while everyone else is relaxing.
yeah,
And the couple of those that came to mind would be like farming.
yep,
In some of my future line of work, transportation.
yep."
That's something. And then the food industry. A lot of people have to make food.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, though, most companies or corporations or enterprises, that was a great group of three right there, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Just wanted affirmation there.
But
Most of those places or corporations will pay their employees fairly decent to
They
work
do.
on a holiday.
There is holiday
police
pay.
Don't police get paid like ridiculous amounts on holidays
Holiday
like,
pay,
for
yes.
those specific days.
Yeah, if you're single and want to work a holiday, heck, that's the time to do it.
you do be
Okay.
raking like double overtime and a half a lot of places.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If I was getting paid my normal wage to work on a holiday, it'd be pretty tough. It'd be like mentally that would suck because you're
Yeah.
like everyone else is having a good time and I'm just a normal day for me. Like that would be a bummer. But anyways,
Just
what were we
another
gonna say?
day on the ranch.
But if I'm getting double overtime and a half, then I would
I'm
take
making
off the next week.
$70 an hour. Pfft,
Oh, heck
I'm
yeah,
working
at
every
least.
holiday. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely.
That would be awesome.
Did you have something you wanted to talk about, Randall?
I think we were asking how Chris's Easter was.
Oh yeah, Chris, how was your Easter?
Oh, thank you for asking me. I had a great Easter.
Time check. 17 minutes in.
I had a great Easter. It's a few weeks after Easter now, but as it was then, he is still risen. So shout out Jesus.
That has not changed.
No.
Amen.
So that's good. Good Easter though. Yeah. I think Easter definitely top 2 holiday next to July 4th or the 4th of July, whatever you
Yeah.
want to say, because strictly if we're going off of weather and time of year, my 2 favorites. Because Easter, it's like, oh, you're going into the good time of the year, and then July 4th is you're in the middle of it.
July 4th is amazing. Like the weather,
my
like
goodness.
barbecue.
Hot as
I don't remember
heck.
the last time we haven't had a
Oh.
beautiful day on July 4th. It's just clear. What?
He's knocking on
I'm knocking on wood.
No, knock on wood. Okay.
You're the fool that now it's going to rain 7 inches on July 4th.
Rip.
I take full responsibility.
I'm going to slap you so hard if that happens.
Yeah. Randall, how was your Easter?
My Easter was good. Didn't do anything crazy. No gifts. No Easter egg hunts. Ate an obscene amount of food. We had a sunrise service, which don't really see the phenomenon in those. Like it was 28 degrees and we're all sitting around
Yikes.
outside.
What? It was outside.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
That's usually the point.
I understand there was, and my pastor said, aka my dad, said that, hey, don't complain. You know, Jesus got up early one morning for us too. I'm like, he has a point. It's a very good point.
That was thousands of years ago.
I get it. And to be all fair, it was a beautiful morning. It was a beautiful sunrise, but it was just cold.
Yeah, that is cold.
Got up at 3:30.
Yikes.
It was just a morning.
Wow.
Did you go to church in camouflage?
I should have.
Yeah, I would have. At 28 degrees.
Oh, I had layers on layers.
Jump in
Yeah.
a bush somewhere.
Yeah.
That sounds, that's crazy.
Where we did have it though, if I would have heard a turkey like sound off from its roost, I would have been gone, pounding through the bushes.
So, were you actually there during the sunrise?
Yeah, we were
So it
there
was
as
dark.
the sun. No, it was just breaking. So like 7 o'clock. So like it would have been like legal light for like 15 minutes, and it was just like sun came up and sun crested the horizon as we're there. It's like it was beautiful. It was actually like a gorgeous morning, but it was 28 degrees.
Yeah. Not really good when you're, you can see your breath and you're listening to a sermon.
Yeah,
That is interesting. Yeah.
always a mixed feeling. Other than that,
Makes for an interesting live stream, just a haze of
beautiful day.
Ate
Ate a lot of food. Yeah, it was good.
nice.
Slept. Oh, I sleep?
Did you eat ham?
I did eat ham. A lot of ham.
Really?
It was really good. And then
I want to vote to change
watched the
that.
Masters and just napped.
I love ham, But I want to vote to change that on Easter.
What else would you have on Easter though?
Ribs.
Ribs.
Yeah,
and steak.
I could get behind that.
Yeah, why not? Let's mix it
I
up.
vote we just like abolish turkey and just do ham on Thanksgiving, and then ribs on
Well, we actually do that.
ham on a turkey on Thanksgiving. If that is the biggest hoax in the world.
It's so It is the one thing that is like expected.
Like if you want to have a true Easter, it's what the settlers or whatever of Catan. Hey,
Just brings it to Catan. Yo, shout out Catan, actually. That's a goated game.
that is such a goated game. I love that
you
game.
You could probably list 1,000 memories right now just off of Catan alone.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Countless memories. Anyways, what were you saying
When
about
Christopher
turkeys?
Columbus settled in the
Sailed the ocean blue.
and settled in the settler of Catan,
Yes, exactly. When Lewis and Clark created Settlers of Catan,
settled on 2 oar. And 1
but
sheep.
like they ate like venison and fish. Maybe I don't know,
Who does?
but like the pilgrims.
We should really have
Pilgrims,
we should really have a historian on this podcast.
Yeah, but I like turkey was not even in season, bruh. Have you ever tried to kill a turkey in November?
That's hard plucking.
It's plucking hard.
That's not easy.
That is true. These things are always frozen
Yeah.
for weeks.
But I don't know. Maybe they did have turkey. I don't know. I just think venison. I think it should be venison.
I think turkey's just an overrated meat, to be honest.
I think turkey is the lowest class meat in the world.
It is very cheap.
I would venture a
very
statement to say somewhere in about the 12th century, 1200, 1272, somewhere back about 500-600 years ago. 1,000
That
years
was
ago.
not math at all.
Somewhere
Wow.
back. Shut up. Okay, somewhere back a few hundred years ago, there was a turkey farmer that was like, you know what? I need to do something to boost my profits. Did you know
that in the settlers of Catan.
that in our forefathers, they ate turkey for the first Thanksgiving?
Dang.
Did you know that? And then it just blew up, and now we eat turkey.
For only $9.99.
Too bad he had to wait like 800 years to see true results.
What? Yeah.
But he's benefiting every dang turkey farmer
I know.
It is the
from then till now.
It is the craziest thing. If you're
Why is steak not like a national holiday food?
Because it's too expensive.
I know. It's delicious.
Yeah,
I love steak.
I love steak too.
steak is amazing. That's
Steak's
what I'm
goated.
having for dinner.
We are actually. I am. You're making steak for me too, right?
I am.
Oh, I have an amazing story.
Say we got to wrap this up so you guys get steak.
I have a
We
great
just
story.
started.
Actually, it's not. It's not a great story.
All right, well, you guys.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, Chris. I'm
No,
so
no,
sorry.
you're
He
fine.
wants steak for you.
Okay, I want steak too, but we have a podcast to record.
I'm a steak acclaim.
We'll stay. Oh man, we were. Before this podcast. Sorry, go ahead, Jordan.
Can I just say this? You said steak acclaim. Is that an Allstate reference?
That's.
I cannot. We're not sponsored, so I will not.
You need to have that that one spokesman's voice though. He has a great voice.
Maybe I can use
Allstate
my-
spokesman is great.
We've done a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
That's farmers.
Talk to farmers.
I know.
Oh, okay.
But Allstate, one of their
FarmersOnly.com.
we have the meats.
that's Arby's.
Oh,
But Allstate, one of their clients hit me.
taste
hit
the
my,
rainbow.
Hit my car. That's Skittles. And they're not standing good for it. They say that it was that no one was at fault, and I was completely stopped, and their car hit me. And so
You need cameras, my man.
well that and an attorney. So we'll see how this plays out.
Hey, I actually.
So they're not.
Yeah.
What did you say? They're in good hands?
Wow.
Are they?
No,
Not really.
not in good
Are
hands.
you in good hands?
For unspecified reasons,
Jeez.
I actually had to go to.
Kind of just nailed that.
You did. Thanks.
Just
Good job,
saying.
bro. In the past few weeks, actually, I went to a notary for unspecified reasons. And may I just say,
Can we guess?
the legal legislation that
guess.
gets thrown around in like your average corporate office,
really wanna
or
guess.
you don't need to guess.
Why did
Randall.
you go to a notary?
For just personal reasons? Okay. What Randall?
To get something notarized?
Yes, that is correct. Yes,
But what?
Winner.
And I just realized really quickly, I don't understand half the terminology that is said. I'm just like, all I'm here is to get some papers, do your thing to my papers. Yeah. And I'm out. I was like, that's what the? Hey, our producer's kind of mad, Good grief.
Hey.
Anyways, that was just a side note. But
So
I just realized I don't know words like that well at all.
No.
It's crazy in the legal side of things.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous.
like somebody will ask you something, like especially if you're working with like hospitals or like something like just out of your like regular vocabulary, and they'll ask something, you're like, yeah, sure, yeah. Oh no, that's fine.
I trust you 100%.
No, don't say that.
What are you going to do about it? I mean, I walk into this place. First of all, the amount of information in a 20 by 20 square room, the thick files. I'm not talking files that are 6 inches thick. Just these.
They still have files on the walls,
bro. There was
need to
shelves
update
and
that
shelves
joint.
and shelves of these yellow files filled to the brim with papers.
What if you just reach in your pocket, pull out a lighter, and how would you give me?
Well, they're so compacted together, they probably wouldn't burn that well.
Really?
If you know what I'm saying.
They're bailed.
You ever tried to burn a stack of paper on top of each other?
Yeah, it burns really well.
Does not work.
Oh yeah.
Right? You've never done it, have you?
No.
The top burns. The outside layer burns. Nothing else does.
Anyways, okay.
I got some sun today, boys.
You got some sun?
Look at me.
That's a very random comment, but
Well, I just pulled up my sleeve and because my arm was tingling.
we could ditch the rest of the podcast and just talk about how much we enjoyed today's weather.
Dude, this week has been so nice.
80s.
So nice.
70s
Back to the
and
podcast,
80s.
boys.
We will talk about the weather as much as we want.
We can
to.
talk about the weather all we
Well,
want.
I'm just saying, get back to the podcast.
This is what we do.
I will do whatever I want.
I have a hot take, actually, Randall.
Jordan's just so offended. All
Randall,
right, buddy, we'll get back to it.
something I learned today.
Yeah, what's up?
Peanut butter flavored anything and anything is overrated. Changed my mind.
Say that again.
Peanut butter anything inside of anything is absolutely overrated.
Did you have some leftover Easter candy or what?
No, I will tell you how this started, and then I realized I don't like peanut butter that much.
Oh, peanut butter is the best.
Peanut
Peanut butter
is
is so
so
mid.
average.
So mid.
average.
It's unbelievable how mid it is.
Guys, like peanut butter sundaes, like ice cream.
No, hot
no.
fudge sundaes.
Hot fudge.
Then you have me a little bit.
Peanuts and ice cream is just not it.
Well, I'm not saying
Agreed.
like
Or peanut butter. Are you talking like saucy peanut butter over your sundae? Oh, okay,
I'm
got
talking
you.
like a drizzle. Like, well, I guess that's more of a caramel.
No, but
caramel-
they make like a
caramel's
peanut
different.
butter, like a puree.
Puree.
Ooh, big word.
What did you just have
Hey,
notarized?
Randall. Can you spell that for me?
Did you just have something notarized?
So it's like a sauce.
Okay, I got you. But on pancakes, boys.
No,
Come on.
That's the
absolutely
only
not.
place I've ever, and it's just a little bit, but it's the only time I ever use peanut butter, and it's very little.
Come
Very
on.
little.
No, peanut butter. I could live the rest of my life.
So you're more of a butter guy on your pancakes.
yeah,
Oh, get
100%.
that out of here.
or
So-
Nutella.
I discovered this today when I ate a little bit of Ben and Jerry's ice cream. It was like a peanut butter chip flavor ice cream or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this like genuinely sucks. Like this actually reeks. Like it's bad. And it's just pure peanut
Did
butter.
it
almost.
smell?
No, it smelled like peanut butter. Why do you have
Maybe we should keep it in the fridge. You know, you're not supposed to keep it in the cupboard.
You mean freezer?
a freezer?
Okay, shut up. All right, you got me. Walked into that one.
Anyways, that was just my hot take of the day.
All right,
Randall, did you have something you wanted to talk about though?
I did. I started. I want to start off.
Actually,
by-
can I ask you something
No.
before that?
Yeah.
I want to ask you because on the way here, I never even got to my story that I was going to say earlier. That's
All
like
right,
10
that's fine.
seconds.
It's not.
Welcome to Rabbit Trails.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
want to say your story first?
It'll be like literally 30 seconds.
All right, do it.
I had to go over to work to grab something. Jordan was riding his motorcycle, okay, flooring it on
Good
our
for
road.
you, by the way.
Thank you. It's
And-
beautiful out.
It is.
I'm driving and he's coming head on, and I'm like, you know, it wouldn't take a whole lot. Like he's just slowly coming up, and then all of a sudden I realize, okay, he's
Wait
actually
a
going kind of fast.
second.
And I'm like, you know, I mean, it really wouldn't take a whole lot. Like, you know, I'm saying, like, it's not a big road, and I have
When
such
I-
a big car.
I wasn't.
Did you know he was thinking this, Jordan?
Well, no, because when I went past him, I was trying to figure out if it was his car. The sun was kind of coming in on just an angle. I like had to squint to see. I'm like, as I got closer, I'm like, is it him? Is it him? Then when I finally got closer, there was like this weird look on his face.
And
So now that I know that, you were contemplating my murder.
no, nothing of the sort. A little bit, but like, it's the thing is that I don't often pass people on our road. We don't live in a traffic heavy road.
Jordan's
okay?
just like, playfully. He's like, oh, that was not Chris.
No, we live on the Yellowstone.
We don't live in a very popular area, or a specific road.
Very
And
populated.
thank you. But we kind of do. It's just our road. And I don't often pass people, like, I mean, especially motorcycles.
It's a very
but
low
I realize,
traveled.
and I usually, like, I'm all over the place on our road because it's small. I know the route to make it the least bumpy.
all over the road.
And I'm like, usually where he was when he came past me, I was like, I'm usually right where he is.
Little bit right.
Wait a sec. You said what?
I said, usually where you're driving, I'm usually right there.
Was it like that like S curve?
It was around the curve.
Yeah, and
like
you just
it
always
was right after
cut
that.
the corner.
Yeah, and I cut the corner.
100%.
And in this case, I was like, if I was...
That's
like,
where I almost hit the gooses.
Oh, the gooses?
Yeah, I almost got the gooses.
Okay.
The Canadian goose.
By the way, did you see you have gooses on your property?
We do. We have
do.
some gooses.
You also have a lake out there all over your property.
We also have a lake on our
I
property.
want to look into that.
Unplanned lake.
Yeah, an unsolicited lake.
And that was my story. I'm just saying, like,
Your
you ever have a thought like that comes in your head?
You thought about murdering your brother.
No, it's, I have to put it.
Did you have your helmet on?
Terms.
Yes.
Okay, he would.
I always ride with my helmet.
And we
probably
weren't
would.
going that fast. I mean,
I have a blacked out. I usually wear like a.
So, question for you.
Oh,
Say you're riding your bike. You have your helmet. You
does
swing
he
over.
like listen to what we
swing
say?
over. No. You swing over. What?
That was more important.
I have a very important question. All right, never mind.
go on.
ahead, Jordan. I'm not talking to you. Talk now. I'm sorry. Sometimes I just have a thought.
Wait, it's rabbit trails. There's like sometimes the trails cross.
I just have this thing.
That's kind of nice.
See, profound.
I love that from you.
Yep.
Yeah.
If someone
Go ahead,
ever,
Jordan, I sincerely apologize.
We
Can you
are in a
please speak?
kerfluffle right here. Good
Kerfluffle?
grief.
I have a Yamaha R1, and I normally ride with a helmet that's completely blacked out for my safety,
He's really cool.
So cool.
and I wear like a black. Normally, like a
Does
black.
the black help advance your safety?
No, not at all.
Okay.
But it helps Chris from not identifying me when it's
Although that's like one of 300 bikes in the world, so like it's not hard to identify you.
300.
There's not many of those.
Yeah, there's not many.
Oh, you mean that specific bike?
That specific bike.
I have
It's like
I have
300
a limited edition of that one. So yeah,
So like the fact that there'd be another one in this town would actually mind blowing.
I have
That
went
is true.
5+ years trying to look for one of those. Never found one
I know.
ever.
So that's
Randall,
what I'm saying.
yeah,
Your
what's
story.
What's your?
No, I was going to ask you a question.
We're back on the main trail.
Hypothetical question. Where that intersection where our bunnies crossed.
Right.
So say you were riding your bike and rode it to your fiance's house. And
Yes.
she's like, I would love to go on a little ride with you. Who gets the helmet?
She would get the helmet.
Good boy. All right, that's all I wanted to know.
She would get
That
the
was
helmet.
it.
Yeah, I just wanted to know.
Okay. But technically, if you're the one in the front, you're the one who's taking impact
you
first.
take the impact.
I don't care.
So your head's getting crushed between a car and your girlfriend's helmet.
I do not care. When I say I would take a bullet for her, I would take a bullet for her.
Or a car.
Or a car. Or Chris. Or Chris.
I would take a
What did that even mean?
Well, you were just trying to murder me,
Yeah,
not
you're-
more than...
Why does murder have to be said? I just had a bad thought. Like, you've never had a thought where like people are on the sidewalk and you're like, like
Yeah, but that's
but
not
like you're not
anyone
going fast.
This
it's
is
like,
not
I
about
don't know.
us.
But that's not anyone I know.
Okay. Yo, shout out Andy Griffith's show right there. If you know, you know.
Is it better if you don't know them?
Well, yeah, because then it's not as...
Then you're just like a special kind of psychotic. You're just
That is psychotic.
hurting random people.
Well, that means I'm well, I haven't done it. I'm good.
I've seen dogs like on the side of the road.
Oh, yeah.
May or may not have been on leashes.
That
I'm
would
like, I
kinda-
could just kind of clip them.
That would kind of dent the car, though.
And
Yeah,
a
you gotta
human
think
wouldn't.
about you gotta think about
Just
your
a windshield.
And a human wouldn't.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but it's like, was it worth a dog though?
I just.
Dogs are just and cats.
I'm
whatever.
so okay.
Now, turkeys.
I just
What?
had a flashback to somebody that we've had on the podcast that actually hit a human being. We should have brought it up while they were on. We're not going to name their name, but just
one of the 5 guests that we've or 6 guests, whatever
one
it is
of
that
the
we.
guests that we've had on in the past have hit a human with their car.
And that human is very, very lucky to be alive. Wow.
Just like you all know who I'm talking
I'm
about. right?
actually really
Now
confused
that I think
right now.
about it.
You don't know who it is?
No.
Guess in the comments who you think.
I'm right here.
We'll tell you everybody at home. No, there's one person just absolutely like yoded it and just
is
like
true.
clapped the
Okay,
guy.
give me a hint who it is.
Yes.
Okay. Oh. Still don't know.
No, it's not Trent.
I was gonna say Kevin because he's ginger.
No.
Who is it?
Keep guessing.
Who was it?
We're not gonna say.
I want to know.
We're not gonna say.
Whisper it so I'm
The
not
person that is listening, they'll know.
Okay.
I'll tell you after the podcast.
Okay. That sounds good.
But yeah, I nearly killed him. Gonzo.
I don't know if the person was actually killed.
Z.
I think they're fine.
No, they were fine, but...
The person hit was wearing a helmet, so that's one good plus.
Right. And it didn't do anything to his head.
But he is paralyzed from the, like,
It did
neck
total the
down.
guy's car.
What are we talking? Oh, he hit someone in, like...
Hit someone and totaled his car.
Oh, okay. He didn't, like...
That wasn't a love tap.
He didn't, like, hit a person.
Was
yeah,
it a
he hit
car?
the person.
Well, like, no. He hit a person in a car.
It
Like,
wasn't
he
a car.
was in a car.
But the other person wasn't in a car.
No.
Oh. And
other
it
person
totaled
was-
his car.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. He really hit him.
No, yeah.
Thanks for the
Wow.
sound
Yeah,
effect
it was
there.
just like that.
It's just like that. Okay.
Anyway, we don't have to talk about that.
I was going to ask you before you get into what you were going to say also.
Yeah.
You sent us a text on the way here,
Oh, yeah.
and I wanted to bring it up because I'm confused. But you said,
Oh, yeah, I'm in this group chat.
yeah,
so what is
it's
this?
just the pod. It's the pod boys, as we call
Yeah.
it. We don't actually.
We don't
Podders.
actually call that.
The pod. That's
No.
a that's
Let me scroll up here.
that's a
above.
group of whales, right? A pod.
I don't know. It sounds more like peas.
No, isn't it? Or like a fish? No, that's a school of fish. A pod of whales. Yeah, it's a pod. Dang, I am smart.
Let me scroll above all the banter here that we spread around on the group chat.
A group of ocean animals, such as whales that are swimming together, are called pods.
Randall freaking Fogg.
Come
You
on.
Hey, that's deserved right there.
So smart.
Apparently,
What'd
a
you-
farmer and an aquatic engineer.
And
Put that on your IG bio right now.
Aquatic engineer. A little whale.
aquatic scientist.
Oh, okay.
Aquatic scientist.
PhD.
Or I'm just a whale.
You decide, people. So Randall sent us a text while he was on the way to the studio, and we got like
He was stopped. He was
we
beside
figure
the
out
road.
we figure
Yeah, I
out
pulled off and sent this text. Don't worry.
yeah for sure.
And then
I actually was sitting still when this text was sent.
Well, I
for you.
sit still too when I drive.
No, like I wasn't. Shut up.
So this was like completely no context to this.
Yeah, no.
out of the blue,
context.
just
no
says
context needed.
From Randall, farmers suck. End quote.
And what is your profession?
I'm a farmer.
Okay.
It's good to know.
I'm going to clarify and discriminate, and then rail is what I'm going to do. First off, guys, I want to.
What's the 3 steps to success? Discriminate
I don't know.
and then rail.
Yeah.
What was the first one?
No,
was the
discriminate. I don't know.
Okay.
What I am going to say is I wanted to apologize to you guys for wasting your time. I was 3 minutes late tonight. I'm usually fairly punctual.
You
if
are
guys know.
very
You're
I'm
actually a
fairly
very punctual
punctual.
human being.
And I pride myself, not pride, but I say I'm going to be here at 7 o'clock. I'm going to be here at 7 o'clock because I know that's what you guys plan on. I don't want to waste your guys' time, yada, yada, yada. It's just it's respectful to not waste people's time, right?
You are very, very punctual.
Thank you. I appreciate
are.
that. I
For
actually
someone that-
strive.
For someone that has the job of your nature, you're very punctual.
Exactly. I try my best. Anyway, so I was late, but I'm going to throw out the excuse that everyone that's ever been late for work or whatever
Okay.
says it's not my fault.
So what are you going to follow that up on?
So it is exactly 18 minutes, or 16 minutes, I'm sorry, from my house to yours.
Okay.
16, 17 minutes, depends on traffic and lights and whatever.
Right.
I leave my house,
Right.
18 minutes before I have to be
Wow.
here. I'm like,
So it's like you're guaranteed.
time.
Yeah.
Heck
You're
yeah.
locked
Time
in.
to spare, right?
You can
Pull
Locked
off the
in.
driveway. I'll go down, jump on the only main road,
I know
state
where this
road.
is going. I have
State-
to know.
Shut
yeah.
up. No, you can talk. I'm sorry. I didn't say shut up.
No. I just think I know where this is going. Sorry.
Jump on the only state road I have to go on, and I crest this this. It should be called a mountaintop, not a hill, because if you had the right scoping technology,
Right.
you could see Indiana.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it is
Right.
so high, and it's just this road, and it just dips way down the bottom. It's literally called ski slope mountain hill or something. It's a nightmare in the
Right.
winter. My point is, it's a long way down. And I see down at the bottom, there's cars practically stopped. I see brake lights. And I'm because I'm at the top of the hill, I can see way off in the distance.
Indiana.
Yeah.
Michigan.
No, not quite there. But I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. And so I start down the hill. And as I get closer, I'm like, look, it's a time of year. I'm going to say this.
Yep.
It's spring. Guys, people out there, be careful when you're driving. Be respectful. There's going to be a lot of farm machinery, a lot of heavy loads. Your mom on the road. Just be respectful of the roads. Be polite. plan a couple minutes ahead if you're going somewhere in like the countryside this time of year. Guys, just be respectful, right? And like, I'm a farmer, I know that, and I appreciate when people treat me with courtesy. I will be courteous to you on the roads if you're courteous to me, right? There is sometimes where you have to do things in a tractor that, you know what, I'm going to inconvenience people, but like there is no other way about it, right?
Right.
I do not ever in any world see a reason for a farmer, this is me included, to drive on a state road right after everybody's getting off work, like the busiest time, with the slowest tractor known to man.
Wow.
And drive from one town to another, probably.
No.
Yikes.
This guy, what I'm point is, I was at the front of this traffic, was a tractor. This guy could not care one iota. He had traffic backed up no less than a mile and a half.
Wow.
It was probably 500-600 yards, but you know what I mean?
Still, bro,
Like,
that's crazy.
it was so far back that I could not determine the gender of the tractor. Like, it was like the model. I couldn't tell you if it was a red one, blue one.
What?
It wasn't a green one because it was going way too slow. And John Deere operators, they are very courteous. They would have got off the side.
Right.
They're like, no, they would have.
This was like a chase operator.
This guy, traffic backed up
Case?
for miles.
Oh, there's not a chase? I thought there's
Chase?
something chase. Is it
Chase?
case?
It's a case.
Sorry, same thing. So
case you didn't
I'm
know.
sorry if I offended any guys named Chase out there.
I don't care. All case owners are weird. Traffic backed up for miles. I'm sitting there just like, look, and that's when and then there was traffic lights.
Oh, that's
so
when
I
you sent your
stopped.
text.
I sent my text, farmers suck. Meaning, like, there is no, like, I think I know who it is. And, like, you know, everybody, there is no earthly reason to drive down a state road for that long with that piece of machinery. Now, it's going to take you 5 minutes longer on the tractor.
Right.
Obviously. But, like, that's something you do. Because, like, people like that give all farmers, like, I'm sitting there steaming, and that's why I sent the text. Because, like,
And you're a farmer.
there's going to be 40, 50 cars behind that guy, all just livid at farmers.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm a farmer, and I got upset.
Yeah.
Like, there's going to be 50 people behind them in vehicles going, I can't stand farmers. So the next time they get behind a tractor, and it may be a tractor that is higher speed, like this tractor was going 15 mile an hour. A lot of our tractors anymore today go 30, 35. Like, there's a big difference, right? So they can get they see a tractor, they don't realize that this tractor is actually going the speed limits, like almost the speed limit in some scenarios. Like, if you're going through town, 25 mile an hour, 35 mile an hour, it's going the speed limit. But they'll get in a situation where they'll try something stupid, they'll try to pass, accidents happen.
Right.
Road rage, anger, obscene gestures, yelling, all these things. And it's because of people like old whites on tractors doing dumb things. And then the rest of us farmers that don't do stuff like, I go down state roads. But it's always only because I have to and there's no other way.
Right.
Or if I'm going a long distance, if I start backing up a line, I know I'm still going for a while, I pull over. Let them by.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do that all the time. That's how I was raised. That's how my father taught me. Like, be courteous.
Right.
But it's just like people like that give farmers such a bad name, and it ticks me off. It really does. Like, this is a big thing for me. Like, people like that do stupid things like that, and like driving without like the proper lights and flashers and stuff, like just at night and stuff. Like, dumb stuff like that gives all farmers, because people out there, besides like you guys, people raised in the country, they can like discriminate. Like, okay, that's not all of them. But the Joe Blow going home from work that day just automatically wrote all farmers off as being inconsiderate, annoying idiots.
Right.
Hogging up the road because they just want to, apparently.
Yeah.
But, like, for me, they get behind me and then do something stupid or get in an accident or just come up behind me and I'm doing nothing wrong and are all automatically upset and then do something to me to ruin my day just because this farmer did something stupid.
Yeah.
Now, I understand there are situations where you have to do stuff that you have to do. I just know in this scenario, this was not a necessary scenario at all.
Did he pass places that he could have pulled over?
20 or 30 of them. Like, he went past so many parking lots, a gas station, like truck pull off. He went by a truck pull off, a semi truck pull off.
Were there people passing him?
No, he was going through like a town, like a speed restricted town, double yellow lines. Like nobody's passing him.
Okay.
And the traffic coming the other way is just like it's busy too.
But
like
how actually is that? If you have four ways on, flashers, and a SMV symbol or what is that? Is that what that is? A slow moving?
He did not have flashers on. That's another thing. Absolutely floored me.
But if he would have had that, did he have four ways?
No.
All right, that avoids my question. But I was going to ask, if you have all that on, can you pass on a double yellow?
People do. I actually don't know. That's a gray area. Whatever.
Just tell them it was for farm use.
No, I understand, guys. They're like everybody listening. I just got mad at the farmer, but maybe he was doing something I didn't understand why he had to do it. Whatever. But it's just like be respectful and courteous. I feel like there's some people out there that just don't care and just do stuff. But at the same time, people listening that aren't farmers, be respectful. Try to be patient this time of year, like spring and fall, harvest and planting time. Be respectful. Plan a couple more minutes if you're going through a neighborhood that may have traffic like that. Yeah, your day will be good. I also today was following a tractor on the road that was going 30 mile an hour. And this guy passed. I was two back, or like it was the tractor with a piece of machinery, truck and trailer, me, and this guy just came flying up behind me in a minivan, never stopped, and pulled out and passed all three of us.
Wow.
On a double yellow.
Whoa.
And he got by and just there was a car. I'm pretty sure the car in the oncoming lane had to slow down. People do so much stupid stuff.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane.
No, I couldn't even imagine that. You said tractor pulling a load, or just tractor and then a truck and trailer and then you.
It was tractor with a load, truck and trailer, then me, then the car behind it. So 3 deep.
Sheesh. I got angry at a guy the other night. There was 4 of us following. No, there was 3 of us. I was in the middle following a semi, and he came out, and this was on a passing lane. So I mean, at least it wasn't a double yellow.
Yeah.
But going up a hill. Now the hill, we were just at the bottom of it, so we we're starting to go up it. But what do you know? He gets right up by the semi. Car comes over the hill, and the car hit the white line. They had to hit the white line.
Yeah.
I mean, it was ridiculous, and he quick ripped in front of the semi. And I'm like, I can't get in the brain of some people that do that. But to your story about what you said, I respect it a lot, because what that tells me more than anything is that, one, you take very serious pride in your work, which is awesome. It's great. Anyone if you're in any kind of business, like in my line of work too, it's like you want to see people as a whole, do respectful work and good work and whatever it may be.
Take pride in their job.
Yeah, take pride in their job. That's exactly right. And so to see you do that, it's like as a farmer looking onto another farmer and still calling this guy out and being like, this is ridiculous. This is stupid. There's no reason for this. That typically means, because obviously you're far from an average person, it's like that dude was definitely in the wrong. And that's just a problem. That's a serious mistake, because it is true. If you were to do something stupid, Randall, on this podcast, for some reason or other, it's we have our system set up here. We have everything going. It automatically makes Jordan and I look bad. You know what I mean? We're a group. It's a group effort. It makes Rabbit Trails as a brand look bad.
Exactly.
And so that's a problem. You know what I mean? And when I look at it from that side, I'm like, you have every right to be angry. That's so frustrating. That's so frustrating.
It is. I still remember the first thing my dad taught me about driving on the road. When I first started driving tractors, 9 years old, I wasn't allowed to drive on the road.
She flex on him. That's awesome.
Yeah. I wasn't allowed.
Young Randall giving directions too.
Yeah, it slid the seat the whole way forward in the tractor, and then I would have to sit on the front of it to reach the clutch. It was hilarious. But I wasn't allowed to drive on the road till I was older, teenager.
Okay.
10.
But
my dad told me, he's like, if you're driving on the road, he's like, you just always remember, he said, you have to drive very defensive, and he said and just assume that nobody's your friend when you're in a tractor.
Okay.
That was the first rule he taught me. Not driving laws or whatever. True. He's like, you just be very aware that you don't have any friends when you're driving a tractor.
Yeah, and it's also very, very much the case when you're riding a motorcycle.
Yep.
I always slow down at intersections. I don't care if the light's green. I don't care.
Yep.
I'm watching. If a car pulls up at an intersection and I'm getting ready to come through, I always just stare them down. I'm just
you got to
solely focused on
you
that
got to. You got to.
Right.
And it's it's very, and it sounds bad, but you just in that situation, And like I understand, like I said a couple times, I'll say it again one more time. But like sometimes you gotta do things you don't want to do just because you're putting. You understand? You're put in a situation where you got to do something. Like that.
Yeah.
Right.
But like, there's just like a group of farmers. Like I love what you said about a group. Like people don't discriminate from one farmer to another. They're all farmers.
No, absolutely.
You drive
not.
a tractor, you're a farmer. Like and like that situation gave all farmers. Like there's probably at least 3 people in there. Maybe that was their first or second time behind a tractor. Like it gave all farmers automatically a bad rap, and they go home and like, oh, stupid tractor is behind it the whole way over work, and all their kids grow up listening or whatever. Like, and so like there's this narrative that like all farmers are bad, and like people hate farmers. It's already like the world is incredibly hard to farm, and like it's just like, and people are like there's this older generation that I'm picking on the old guys, but like they're like they don't care. Yeah, old whites, they don't care. And it really annoys me sometimes, like because like you're shooting your children's foot and my foot at the same time, like
feet.
They don't understand the damage it's doing to everyone around them in their fellow field.
It's true.
I will say,
if he was doing that on like a country road, total different feeling. Like what?
That's incredible. I said in their fellow field.
Yeah,
Like it's
outstanding
amazing.
in their field.
Boo.
I will say in reverse though makes total sense. Should I tell you someone a corporation of like that's a global thing across our nation especially that I will like I've written everyone off to be just complete losers.
Who?
Specifically permitting officers. And it's because of our line of work. I had 2 phone calls.
The Department of Transportation.
I had 2 phone calls already with people who were some of the rudest, snobbiest, most downright lame
Look down
people.
your nosers.
Oh, huge look down your nose. Like this guy, I got in a conversation with one guy, and that was the first time I raised my voice at someone while in a professional workplace.
Really?
Because I didn't really care. Like I knew this guy was like an absolute joke of a human being when it came to his job. And he was just so disrespectful. And I won't get into the details of it, but I'm like, now everyone in that field to me, it's just like they're all the same. You know what I mean? Like, but there's probably a few good ones out there, maybe 1 or 2 across the nation. But like,
police officers have entered the chat.
Yeah, I actually thought of that, but like people, all you see are the bad ones. Like that's just the world we live in. Like we want to like whether it's police officers, whether it's farmers, whether it's state workers, whether it's whatever it is, license bureau, whatever it is. Like one person gets like a rap, or you have one bad experience, and then that whole genre of workers or people get a rap, and that's unfair, especially police officers. And it's sad. Like all you see in the news are all the bad ones. Okay, you see the one that the Sports Center posted, the police playing basketball or whatever. Like you see that, but like there is a lot of police officers and state workers and employees of all different works that are great at what they do and take pride in their work.
Yeah.
And like I feel like if you just judge them without even giving them a chance and like write them off, that's not fair to them.
Yeah.
Now if they are jerks and are not professional, I like then that's on them, okay? But like you can't just like without even talking to them or interacting with them just say, "Oh, just because they're in that vehicle, I already know what they're all about." That's not fair.
As a nation and as a society, we need to look at writing off people more than we do their corporations. In strictly in a business sense, because I know that's something I could work on. 100%.
I have a question, farming related.
Yeah.
So about 2 days ago, I was behind a massive commercial sprayer, or a big farming sprayer, whatever you call it.
Self-propelled sprayer.
Self-propelled sprayer, not like one of those backpack ones.
I get what you're saying.
One that's like 30 feet in the air and has
one that if you're on your motorcycle, like I could totally go underneath it.
I'm getting to that. So it's, I mean, this thing is so massive. It has its own Verizon cell tower on the top.
It's bringing data to a local county
and can reach into the surrounding regions.
No, I got you.
So anyway, I'm behind this thing, and once again, he was perfectly fine because he was getting over at periodically at certain places to allow people to pass. But I'm like, boy, my car's pretty small. I know it's not right, but you know, kind of like Chris trying to kill me earlier, I just had this thought.
I did not. Oh my goodness. So
what would it be like? Run it back.
Trying and thinking about something are 2 very, very, very different things. Okay?
Okay. Like Chris thinking about it earlier.
Yeah. Like attempt. Would that be attempted murder?
That's not even attempted. What are you talking about? It's thought of.
Well, in order to do something, you need a plan. So you were planning.
You
So
were
it was an
plotting
attempt.
his demise.
There was no plan. There was a simple thought that was very not great.
Much like the booty spanking. He was.
And death isn't even involved. It's a light love tap. That's all that this was a bit.
A love tap at 35 miles an hour.
Yeah, I mean, shake him up a little bit. No, sorry, what were you saying?
So just like, I'm just kind of grinning. I'm like, just a little bit of accelerator. I'd send it right through it. And don't get me wrong.
We all have these ideas, ladies.
Oh, yeah, I've had that idea.
I could take a truck. Like, it would be no issue at all to clear.
Well, I know. What was the question in there?
There was no question. He was making a statement.
More or less a statement.
I'd like to just kind of drive through
Well,
one of those sometimes.
I know a commercial applicator that he spent 1,000 hours in one of those every year. And he's never had a car that I know of, but he's had motorcycles go underneath him
Okay.
while he's driving.
Is he okay with that?
I mean, I think he's kind of the guy where he don't really care.
See, I need to find him.
But like, but imagine you're going like 30 mile an hour down the road in a machine like that, and all of a sudden, like between your legs, quote unquote, like that would probably shake you a little bit.
It would.
I don't ever do that. If you're listening at home, don't ever try it because there's just so much can go wrong. Like all it takes is one little like hose hanging down that you don't see at first, and you hit it with your helmet or something, and it,
Right.
the rest is
Yeah. Or he decides to start spraying while you're underneath,
or just moves a little bit.
Yeah. That's
That
true.
manure spreader turns on.
We're talking about a sprayer.
Sprayers are all made equal. Right, Randall? Oh, he didn't like that.
Yeah, it's a sprayer and manure spreader, exact identical thing.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
You said it.
Farming is something else,
I love farming.
which I could get into the kind of farming you do because you're just
Don't do anything.
You said it.
sit back there with your iPad,
Sit on my tractor with my iPads.
telling tractors where to
Listen,
go.
there's sometimes I want to shoot myself in the toe because of
There's
Well,
just
it's
nothing
like-
to do.
Seasonally,
no, it's just like it's a headache.
Right.
seasonally, you work
Like, you
10
can't-
times harder than other people, and it just goes in and out of seasons.
Exactly, but like you said, back to your thing, Jordan. Like right now, work is like looking at screens, and like if something goes wrong, you need like an engineering degree or a computer science degree to figure it out. Like
But luckily, you have that aquarium degree.
the aquatic license.
Aquatic.
But like it's just like but.
I hear
It's
you.
just a whole different world. I wish everything was mechanical. Like
Well, a quick moment of silence for the farmers.
What? Did somebody die?
All right, that's enough. A moment of silence for the
just
farmers.
All right, we can stop talking about farmers.
Shut
I just
up.
had to get that off my chest. Farmers do better, and
How-
people, not all farmers are the same.
How do you feel? There was a lot on that chest.
I feel good.
Okay.
I do
Still
feel.
a lot on that chest.
Hey. I feel better, though. I
Sorry.
do.
Whoa.
I haven't made a chubby joke in quite a while.
What?
Well, that was still too soon.
What? Don't hate me for that. Well, is there anything else we should get into this before I make a few final announcements and we wrap this bad boy up?
For those of you that don't know, that took Chrissy 6 tries to say that line just now.
Chrissy.
Full transparency.
Who's that?
You haven't called me Chrissy in a minute.
I cannot confirm nor deny.
Yeah.
I personally am all talked out. I feel like I've talked too much this podcast.
Okay. I will say there was definitely
Why is that funny?
there's definitely more longer spells between like me talking,
was
which
just-
I am fine with.
That
It
was an
great
impressive
content. I
rant.
loved it.
I just had
was
something
awesome.
that like, but it was that unseen rabbit trail that unfortunately we're not gonna be able to get to Mad Libs this week. So I apologize. Hopefully the rant
Subsides.
Subsiduates? Subtweet?
I'm not sure what you're looking for.
Well, it like replaces like hopefully the
Subdue?
rant.
Replaces.
Yeah, no, there's another word.
Subsides?
Dang it!
Subcontract. It's got to be that one.
Perspirate.
Perspirate. I'm perspirating now.
Follicles.
No, okay, never mind. Hopefully the rant subdues.
No.
Subdues your brains. That's
Yeah.
kind of weird.
Replaces Mad Libs as a segment.
No, but there's a word I'm looking for.
Hopefully,
All right, I'm
Randall's
done.
rant
My
subcontracts
brain
anything
gone.
that we were going to do with Mad Libs. So, anyways, Randall is clearly clapped. I have a few final announcements, and then we will wrap it up from there. Rand already brought up the one on my brain. Mad Libs is going to have to wait. Sorry, just didn't. We just couldn't find a slot to put it in with this week's episode. We gave Randall like at least
I'm sorry.
most of the podcast to just get
Be mad at
everything off
me.
his chest.
That's what happens.
When I rant. What?
Well, Also, people could decide or people could really easily figure this out too when we actually plan our podcast, because that happened on the way over here.
Exactly.
So, hey, we leave room to be spontaneous, okay?
Yeah. But if I waited another week to do it, then like planting season's almost over, and then
So far off the brain.
nobody would ever cared.
No one cares.
And I wouldn't have been obscenely upset with this guy,
Yeah. And you wouldn't have had to...
this old white farmer.
Exactly.
I don't know. Yeah.
The second announcement I have to make is that the unnamed rabbit on our desk is going to remain unnamed until episode 100. That is a brand new announcement that we have till now. So
Can I know before then?
you may possibly know until then. But
I'll
we're going
tell
to
you
announce the
guys.
final
Just
name
kidding, I'm not
during
gonna.
episode 100. The only other thing I
Bet.
definitely wanted to ask before we wrap this thing up and ask you guys what you learned today. I just want one team from each of you. Basketball playoffs just started. I just need a team. Let's just see if any of us gets close. I take the
we pick
Bucks.
one from East and
You know what?
West?
Yeah, let's take East and West. I'm taking the Bucks, and from the West, I'm going to take the Grizzlies, just because why not?
Grizzlies.
Don't think they're going to make it, but it's like it'd be cool
It'd
if
be
they did.
fun if they did. Jordan, just so you know, basketball.
Yeah, I don't know anything
Starts
about
with a hoop on each end of the floor.
A lot of guys play it, love it. They're really good at it.
I know they're a
LeBron James, Michael
babies.
Jordan.
absolute children.
Oh my god.
No, not...
Not
the last one.
Just guess two teams. They don't even have to be in the playoffs.
I'm going to say that...
Eastern Conference.
Just say a few names.
I'm going to say that the Detroit Pistons are going to be in it.
No way.
What? That is so bad.
Are they good?
Shall we break the news to him that they finished
Back
with
in
the
the
worst
90s?
record in the league this season?
Oh, really?
They finished like
Wait a
18 and
second.
50 something.
They haven't been good since Isaiah Thomas.
Let me look up. Did they even have Isaiah Thomas?
Do they still
I
have
didn't know that
Chauncey
was a thing.
Billups?
Isaiah Thomas in the 90s, bro. The other Isaiah Thomas.
Oh, okay. I didn't. I thought
I
you were
am
talking about like
being
80s,
dead
5'8"
serious.
dude.
Chris knows this. He can speak to this. If there's ever an NBA game on in my house and I just walk past my screen, I shut it off because I do not like NBA in my house. Furthermore, they're
That's
a bunch
fair.
of babies, and the sport is horrible.
No, actually, I've gotten into the sport a lot more.
I guess I should correct that. The sport used to be great. I used to follow basketball quite heavily.
Okay, playoff basketball is freaking thrilling. I don't care
The
what you
play-in
say.
tournament, wild.
Incredible.
I love it.
And so far, the start of the season or playoffs, it's been amazing.
Crazy.
So all that to say that I had absolutely no clue. Are you joking?
Pick another team. No,
No,
Pistons
like I
absolutely
can
suck.
confirm right now.
They are the worst team in the
Pistons,
world.
so they're no more like zero more games. No more games for the Pistons. They finished the season at 17 and 65.
They
with
won
the worst record in the league.
17 games.
That was
Wait, they
5
won?
games. That was 5 games lost. 5 more games lost than the next closest team to them. They were bad.
They are bad. They are bad.
Atrocious.
I don't know.
Like, even if there was teams tanking out there, they couldn't be that.
And I'm wearing a jersey from a team who is tanking. I'm wearing a Jalen Green jersey. Okay, the Rockets.
Just pick
we're
two
tanking.
teams.
Washington Wizards?
No.
You're getting closer. They're like
Almost. They
They-
just missed the playoffs.
they got a
Oh,
little
they
bit
did?
closer.
Keep going.
I mean, you could go with your local team.
I love how he stayed just like in the Eastern Conference.
You could very easily go with your local team.
They're not good.
Yeah, they
My
are.
Cavs?
Yeah, they are. Top 4 in the East.
They're top.
Well, don't tell
they're
them where we
actually-
live.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Philadelphia 76ers.
There we go.
Oh, hey,
we
that's
got
a
team.
good pick.
It's taking the beard.
All right, now for West Coast.
Okay, you know what?
They're number 2. Are they the 2 or 3 in the East? They're 3 in the East, right?
Who? The 76ers?
Yeah.
They're
Sixers.
3.
3 in the East. So that's a good pick. That's a really good pick.
Does
You're
Arizona-
taking in the West.
So in the West,
Hey, what
Don't
about the
look at
guy?
me.
What about
Does-
the guy who plays for your favorite team? Although that's the team I took. Never mind.
Dylan Brooks.
No, he's a huge Luke Kennard guy.
Oh, yeah.
Luke
I only like one guy, and it's Luke.
I don't even know
He's
who
on the
that is.
Grizzlies. He's on the
Who is
Grizzlies.
that?
Bro, he looks hot as hell.
He used to be on the Clippers.
What?
What?
He looks
Hey,
amazing.
Clippers. You could pick Clippers.
His shot is so clean.
You could take the Clippers.
What team
Clippers
was he
were
on?
good.
He was on the Clippers. Now he's on the Grizzlies, and I took the Grizzlies. But you can too.
Don't
if you
take
want.
the. Pick a team.
Does Arizona have a team?
They
Yes.
do have a team, which I feel like Randall is
but
going
if
to
you
judge
can take it. I'll take someone else. Phoenix Suns.
The Suns.
Take Suns is a very good pick.
Oh,
could take-
I got it. I'm going to take the Sacramento Kings.
Oh,
Whoa, that's actually a good pick.
That's a shout.
Really?
The
yeah,
top
they're
three.
actually. I think you thought
He
that
took
they're
the
not-
threes in both
Dude,
conferences.
Sacramento Kings really good pick.
I don't think either of them making past the second round.
I love how we just like.
If I had a gun to my head, I couldn't name any person on any of those rosters.
Actually,
Nah.
I don't know many guys in there.
Sacramento, I can't.
I know
hardly.
like the Kings starting
Darren
5.
Fox is about it.
Yeah, Sabonis.
Now, you want to talk
Sabonis,
about
yeah.
hockey? Flip it over.
Okay.
Run it back.
My turn.
Yep. Randall, your turn.
Randall, a guy in the East.
You took the Bucks, right?
I did take the Bucks.
Bucks. I want to go with my boys, hometown boys, Cleveland. Love the dude. I love Spida. Spida's my dude. I've loved him since he's in Utah. Donovan Mitchell, Jordan. That's his name. Donovan Mitchell, aka Spida.
I wouldn't know.
But I just can't do it. I'm going
Last guy on the Cavs I knew was like,
I'm going Boston
okay.
from the East. Boston in the East.
Don't love that, but okay.
I think they just surprise people. And then I'm going Phoenix Suns in the West.
Wow. So you're taking.
So Arizona does have a team.
Okay. None of us took Denver, which is interesting to me.
Wait,
Denver is not that. I don't know.
Phoenix Suns, didn't they used to have Steve Nash?
Yeah, they used to.
See, it's coming back to me.
Yeah, I love how you're like, your basketball knowledge is like 2K06.
Yeah,
Because he talks about guys who are now coaches.
06, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me guess, you know Jason Kidd?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He was on...
Mavericks.
Okay, that's right. Because back in the day, I used to play 06, 03, and even 2008 was the latest that I played. But
Sheesh.
my goodness,
2K.
in 06, we were the Celtics with Ray Allen.
Oh, my
all
goodness.
of the boys. It was so
Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Rondo. Oh my
That was the
Kendrick
first
Perkins, bro.
That was the first super team.
Come on.
That was the first super
My
team.
favorite thing to do was take Rondo and edit his player character.
Make him huge?
So I know I'd make him tiny, as small, because he was already small. So I'd make him as small as you could get it. And then he was already really good at shooting threes, as well as
Sure, we're talking about the same Rondo?
Ray Allen.
Yeah, who are we talking about?
Maybe
here,
it was Ray
They
Allen.
also had a guy named Tony Allen on their team.
Yeah.
He was a low-key sleeper on the bench.
He was.
Like,
He was.
I'm telling you,
Allen.
man. You bring that guy
Anyway.
off,
Who did I
I'm telling
pick?
you. Telling you.
I picked Boston and Phoenix.
you took the Celtics and the Suns. So
I'm all right
congratulations.
with that.
I think we're going to wrap that podcast up there after I ask, Randall, what'd you learn today?
I learned that I really hate my picks I picked in basketball. I think I got them both wrong, but okay.
You just picked them.
I know. I just learned that now, though.
I don't think the Celtics have a chance, but the Suns definitely do have a good
Suns
chance.
do. I really do. Oh, I hate saying this out loud, but I really think 76ers are going to do something. I actually do.
I couldn't disagree more. But that's just because
Really?
I think the Bucks are too good, dude.
Really?
People sleep on them like it's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, you got Lopez, a 7-footer who can jack threes. You know how
He's been
like
playing
elite
out
that
of
guy
his
is?
mind.
Guys,
Dude.
I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, so we don't have to keep talking
The
about
Cavs
this. Okay.
are 2 years and one player away from being really
who's-
good.
That's what I've been saying about the Rockets for like 4 years now, okay? And it has not worked
But
for
do you
us.
have Donovan Mitchell and Garland?
But we do have...
And Evan Mobley?
Hey.
And Jared Allen?
Hey, did you see the reports, though?
Sheesh!
There's a chance that the Rockets are going to go after Jaylen Brown. That would make our team
that
a
would
little
be-
bit better.
That would be. Let me
Why
tell you
would
right
you-
now. That would be massive.
Do you know who Jaylen Brown is?
Not a clue. Not a freaking clue. I can't tell you.
What
if
team does he play for?
Minnesota Twins. I don't know.
We're going to transfer a guy from baseball to basketball and bring him down to Houston to start for our team, baby.
What position does he play?
Goalie.
Punter.
Left court. I don't know.
Left court. Even worse.
Listen,
Oh,
There's
my
quite-
word.
You were actually so stone-faced when you said that. Minnesota Twins.
Minnesota.
well,
Shout out Joe
I
Biden.
just don't know.
Wow.
There is literally nothing that I am more uneducated about.
We do not have to keep talking about basketball. My goodness gracious.
Oh, my goodness.
Good laugh there, though. My word. Okay, Jordan, what'd you learn today?
I learned that you and I are going to have to make a trip back to the notary to take you off my will because one morning I'm not waking up alive. It's going to
true.
be in my sleep, and I'm going to be right there in front of Jesus on Easter Day,
On Easter Sunday.
on Easter Sunday. So that's what I'm doing.
Chris, you know when you had to do it.
Glad you got. Yeah, guys. Thanks for getting it all planned out for me. Appreciate that.
Chris, what did you learn today?
I learned that any amount of planning that goes into this podcast means nothing when we get down here because
Right.
Randall brings his amazing
I'm
stories.
sorry.
No, don't apologize. I loved it.
Apologize to the farmers.
I had a great time.
I'm not. All right. I do apologize for all the farmers out there that have made you mad in the past.
All right. Well, it's tired and I'm late. And
You're late.
that's about the biggest.
What are
L
you
I've
late?
taken. Dude? I don't know. I don't know. But I'm late now.
Why are you
And
late?
it's tired. I don't know, but it's tired, okay?
You have been kind of moody tonight.
Time
Jeez,
to make a trip.
man.
Time to make a trip to Rite Aid, Chris.
All right. We're getting out of here on that note. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Before he's any more late.
Yeah, before it's any later. Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll be back here next week with episode 97.
We love you so much.
Take care. Have a good week. And we'll see you later.
Bye, friends.
See ya.